Welcome back to Virtus.pro against HYDRA as VP. Yeah, looked solid, looked very good for the first 10, 15, 20 minutes. They hit a bit of a wall though. Kami's Phantom Lancer there looked very strong and almost mounted a comeback against VP, but in the 50-minute game Waga, they finally closed it out.
Yeah, that was, I mean, it started out, the laning stage was fantastic for VP. They did a great job with their supports. I want to say both FNG and Sayu, they created the space for their cores to do really great. And on the mid lane, we saw a bit of an laning advantage there in the start for Squadix. He got a better start on Storm, as Void Spirit's level 1 is a bit nerfed as well. But really, even with the massive lead that they had, and it was truly gigantic at minute 10, they weren't able to completely push HYDRA and end the game. So held on a nice Aghanim's dream there of the PL. They had some nice moments where they killed the Storm, but they just couldn't really deal with the mega creeps and pushing in. And I guess the fights that they did win were fights on their high ground. The one fight we saw where they fought on the Roche pit was less of a fight and more of a slaughter because Storm just got a nice initiation, and that was it. That was game over.
So heading into game 2, we talked a little bit at the end of game 1, change-ups that maybe HYDRA could do. Focusing on laning stage seems to be one of the key components there to try and fight back against VP. What other heroes or ideas, strategies could you bring to the table here as HYDRA?
I think for HYDRA, you have to probably really focus on getting your off lane working. Like, you had a nice combination last game, but what went wrong? Was it just the fact that you can't lane against Undying? Was it the way that they played the lane? It's hard to say. I thought they could deal with the Undying plus TB lane. It didn't look impossible, but they were just not touching creeps or CSing at all. Undying created way too much space. So possibly go back to banning some of these lane dominating heroes if they're so good for the way VP played there. Or take them yourselves as an option. Either way, it's going to be Dusa and Bloodseeker banned by VP, Doom and Ember banned by HYDRA, and that leaves the techies to go through.
Yeah, so swapping Ember for techies in the ban phase, and now they're going to be the ones that take the Pugna Storm. So we've got that global presence, basically, of the Storm, with the ability just to stay on the map through the life drain. Always such a strong combination.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, why not go for it if you get both available like this? And nice thing about playing Storm against, or Storm and Pugna even, against techies is that techies no longer has that 7-second silence. It's just a stun. And it's not the longest duration stun, so Storm and Pugna, two really spell-reliant heroes, are not punished as hard by techies anymore.
And second pick for VP, what do you look towards here? Do you pick your mid laner because you know the matchup?
I would probably, I would probably say that picking mid laner makes a lot of sense. They go with Puck, so again, fantastic hero against Pugna and Storm because of exactly what we were just talking about. Techies doesn't have silence, but you know who does? Puck. So now they get some control with the ulti to lock down the Storm, but also the silence to stop the Pugna and Storm from zipping around and doing their things. Yeah,
and one of those important things you were pointing out in game 1, the Pugna is kind of that linchpin hero holding team fights or holding pushes together with the kind of hiding in the fog and waiting in the back lines. Puck, one of those heroes that's very adept with the maneuverability to find the Pugna, kill him off, so you can kind of crunch in, collapse on the enemy heroes, and find your team fights properly.
Yeah, he provides a lot of usefulness in just going deep in the fights. If he doesn't solo kill, at least he can reveal, hold in place with the ulti, and set up for someone else to come in and finish the job. Would like to see what VP are planning to add on top of this with the techies and the Puck. They have a lot of control, more control than they had in the entire last draft. But now they just need something that can come in and deal a lot of damage. That's the one thing they're lacking a little bit right now. HYDRA, they're going to ban out the TB, of course. Was very effective for VP in last game.
Yeah, a bit of respect for Kiritich. Are we still going to see some of the same bans that we always see? These Slarks, Monkeys, Ursas?
Yeah, I think it's quite possible. I mean, none of these teams have shown their offlaner yet, and we see already Underlord being banned out, but it wouldn't surprise me to see some similar bans by HYDRA, perhaps, to allow them to go for maybe a Beastmaster. Also, the Ench ban here by VP is setting up that they could themselves want a Beastmaster.
Virtus.pro's
just go with one of those solid offlaners. Undying
I
gun.
like that ban.
Shoring up the lanes.
Yeah, ban Undying. You lost way too hard to it last game. That Undying just completely demolished one lane, and you can't have the enemy carry like almost triple your carry net worth minute 10, and that was the result of Undying. So get rid of him here.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, thinking long and hard about these bans. Pretty important heading into that second stage. Like I said, not showing really either of their side lanes too much. I mean, hero pairings with Pugny, you can pretty much pick anyone, whether he's 5 or 4. He just offers you that safeguarded lane. Very good at trading. But with the techies, it often feels like you want a stun. You want someone who can actually fight in the lane and do burst damage.
Yeah, it would be good. At least you want to have someone who has some form of nuke to throw in as well, because Tech is pretty damn strong himself, and your kill potential is very high if you just have someone who's fairly active in lane. I wouldn't mind seeing something like Visage with Techies, by the way. It's also a hero that can put a lot of tempo on the game. It's not bad for VP in this game as a combination against Pugna and Storm, but it's also not the most popular hero right now, so we'll see if it's on their radar.
Yeah, I still want to see one of these Magnuses in pro play. Seen plenty of clips and pub games where he's doing some cool stuff with this harpoon and blink and stuff like that. I
want to see some cool RPs.
Yeah, see some cool stuff. Well, Rubik, very safe pick in that second phase. Obviously, you've got the double pick now for VP.
I think Rubik makes sense here because Rubik allows you to have instant disable against Puck. That's value. Puck is the type of hero where even having stuns cannot be that great always, but having a no projectile instant lift from far away, and then you can follow up with more stuns into that. That's one great way to kill the Puck.
Yeah, I mean, Lil had an exceptional game on Rubik the other day. It was against BO3 in a loss, but he was stealing 6 spells. He was really getting the job done. This time around, stealing Puck stuff. Instant lift against techies also feels pretty good. Mid blast off, if you can get that going, you can cause a few problems for them. Bounty Hunter, okay. This is something they flexed before. Could be FNG as the 5, could be noticed as the offlaner, but often we see this Bounty Hunter picked when you've got the ability to pick a Tinker. I don't think that's the case this time around.
It can be. I don't think the Tinker is necessarily what they're going to go for here. He can also just pair up a little bit with the Puck in the mid game with how he plays. And I do believe this is going to be a +5 Puck, or +5 Bounty, sorry. And the value of him in this game is that playing Bounty against Rubik and Pugna, 2 pretty squishy supports. They don't have any high survivability. So it can work out pretty decently here. They go Monkey King. Downside is they haven't seen the enemy offlaner yet. So Monkey, again, usually good against melee heroes, but what if you're against something like Pugna plus a ranged offlaner? Then that is a really tough lane if you just have a bounty support.
Is it the case though, if you have these ranged supports, you're more likely to pick a melee offlaner? Because when I think of ranged offlaners, I think Visage, Veno, and both of them are ranged, but they're both very slow, and Monkey King can still get on top of them.
They can be. I mean, a lot of them are, but you can also go for something like Wind Ranger, right? You don't have to go for that. Wind Ranger is a hero that has been very, very strong lately in the recent patch. And I think that could work really well here for HYDRA as an offlane potential. Also gives you 1 more stun to throw into that lift on Puck or Monkey King. You can chain stun. So it's an alternative, but we'll see exactly what they want to roll with here. Definitely think they're going to reveal their offlane hero next, though, and save the carry.
Oh, Bat is still in the pool.
True. Yeah, Batrider is also a great hero against Monkey King, so getting that matchup is not bad at all.
Virtus.pro's turn.
There it is.
Yeah. Actually surprised to see that he's still in the pool.
Yeah, I was looking through the bans like, wait, hang on a second. Batrider's still out there, hey?
I feel like Eastern European Dota is maybe not rating Batrider as high as perhaps Western European or even American Dota from what I've seen.
10 seconds remaining.
Because the hero is just so good in this current patch.
5 seconds.
Yeah, especially when you're looking at position 5 Bounty Hunter. And it's going to be melee in that safe lane, probably, from VP, unless they do put notice on the Bounty and their last pick is an FNG hero. We'll see where they go with it.
It should be a double melee, and that matchup is going to be great. They can cut lane early if they want to accelerate the farm on Batrider and pull the creeps into the jungle. Not much that you can do to stop that with Monkey or Bounty. But they can also just play the lane fairly from the start and be well ahead. Pugna can slow people down, keep them in the Firefly with the Crip.
What are you aiming to ban now as HYDRA? You're looking at any offlane hero in particular?
Virtus.pro's
I mean, apparently they want to ban your hopes and dreams. They removed the Magnus. I was curious about what they are concerned about here. Maybe even an option. I mean, it really comes down to what type of carry they want to run. Slark is banned out by VP. I think a carry that could fit the bill pretty well here would be even a Faceless Void for them.
Okay.
On the side of HYDRA. A hero we haven't seen that much, but
5 seconds remaining.
would also be a possibility to run. When you have Pugna, Fade Bolt, you have, great lockdown with this as well.
It's another one of those heroes that has been kind of prioritized in Southeast Asia, but not too much in Eastern Europe. One more ban to go. Just ban Tide or something.
More European would just be to go Juggernaut here. That would be a very European draft right now, I would feel. The Juggernaut coming in from HYDRA next. Definitely an option for them. Get some heal against the techies as well in laning stage. The healing ward can really help you.
And then VP, just pick an Aura bot. Just pick someone who can keep yourselves fighting over and over again. I think looking at their draft, that's what they excel at, right? No long cooldowns that they necessarily need to use. Like Coil and Wukong's are good, but with Track, Illusory Orb, Blast Off, Monkey King's right clicks, you can just continually fight.
Tidehunter type lineup, They have Coil, Wukongs, they want to slam something big. Oracle?
So they do
really
stop it
not
up.
What I expected. Okay, so probably pos 3 bounty then?
Looks like
probably. Interesting. They do have some flex available, of course, but not much. You could run a core techies and do support bounty still and do a techie bounty lane, the Monkey Oracle on safe lane. I like the fit for Oracle though. Gives them a bit of save against these grabs from the lasso of Batrider and the Storm. Oracle is great at saving.
And a TA for Kami. Range
TA for me. I'm happy.
Yeah. So yeah, a lovely Oracle pick. So they do swap things up. Yeah, Notice, position 3 Bounty Hunter. So they're going to have that Fortune's End, not just to dispel like you're saying, but also a bit of catch against the Storm potentially. Bolster their disables because they're kind of lacking in game 1. And a TA. You want to talk about that last pick for them?
Yeah, it's a pretty clean TA game here. They have no real damage over time on the side of Virtus.pro. They don't really have great ways to deal with her overall. And Monkey isn't the worst carry to go against either. So this is a pretty clean TA game. You have good stunts in your team. Usually what you want to look towards is having other people be the disablers and you can deal the damage as TA.
5 seconds remaining.
She also works great into Oracle. So yeah, this looks like a nice draft again from HYDRA, I have to say. I'm pretty happy with what they have. And looking at the positions here, it is going to be noticed on Bounty Hunter here on VP.
Yeah, and one of those interesting carry heroes as well, the TA, offering vision through traps. Usually you look towards your offlane or support to do that. But when you've got Storm, Batrider, now enabled by a bit of vision out of these TA traps, gives them more opportunities to start fights onto the Puck, the Monkey King. Because VP have a lineup that kind of likes playing from fog. They want that element of surprise or the ability to jump in and out of fights with all of their heroes pretty much. If you can keep tabs on them, it gives HYDRA more chances to fight.
I mean, draft-wise, I would say the HYDRA's lineup looks so much nicer. I almost felt that last game as well, but VP, they just seem like the stronger team overall, so we'll see how it plays out. But VP's draft, I see a lot of issues here. Like you said, a lot of heroes that want to jump from Fog of War. You want to stand on a tree with Monkey King, Puck wants to blink initiate, Techies wants to jump in, Bounty Hunter is going to sneak up. Who's the real... I guess Bounty Hunter could tank up with auras and become the real frontliner, but still though.
Yeah, it's got to be. We'll head into game 2. First, a quick message from EGB.
Bets on esports, bets on streamers, impressive bonus system. Welcome bonus up to $600, cashback, artifacts, regular promotions, daily giveaways. Try yourself as a bookmaker. Great lines. EGB.com, more than just a bookmaker.
And we start game 2, as we like them to start. All 10 heroes smoked up, charging across the river. It doesn't look like VP are going to be setting up for any kind of 5-man engagement. They just want to get some early vision down, while HYDRA holding hands and heading into mid.
Yeah, wards are dropped. They ward both sides of the river here on HYDRA.
Wow.
Double obs on the runes.
Squadix says hello to Cloud. But yeah, double warding mid. Is that to make sure we're not going to have rotations? Like, what's the plan with double wards?
I mean, could just be that we want to protect Storm and make sure he has a good game here. But this is pretty uncommon. I guess Storm and Puck are very rune-dependent heroes, but usually you want to have some side lane vision rather than put both on the rune spots like this. I'm not really a fan of it, to be honest.
We'll see if they do anything nifty with it. As we do have VP repositioning, trying to figure out where they want to be grabbing these bounty runes. It looks like they're trying to contest top and hold out on bottom. Might have Lil just sneak the one down south, though.
Yeah, look at the sneaky play by Rubik. Just yoinking.
Yeah, Monkey King has turned into a Monkey Courier. He sees the Rubik and he's displeased with what he sees. Bound on strike level 1. Bit of chip damage onto Lil. And FNG comes across.
There was this stun immediately, no hesitation there, but that means, of course, he doesn't have the boundless, or doesn't have the boundless for a little while, and doesn't have Jingu Mastery on this lane either, but his bottom lane looks pretty annoying to go up against if you're Monkey King, being against the Batrider plus the Rubik.
Especially when we hit level 3 on these dire heroes. Like having 2 points in Fade Bolt and all your Firefly and your Flame Break. Like, what were you saying the offlane build now is? Not even bothering with Sticky?
I'm saying he's gonna put 0 points in Sticky Napalm here, and you go 2 points Firefly, 1 point Flame Break, and you just keep putting points in Firefly and Flame Break afterwards. Sticky Napalm. The thing about having Sticky Napalm on a double lane like this is that you give more stick charges first of all, right? And you don't need it. The Firefly is so buffed up, so this magic stick on Monkey King is gonna be a lot less valuable, and you're still pretty much as strong as you would be otherwise, as well as Batrider.
Yeah, and you're playing into Oracle. Remove a lot of his potency from that Fortune's End Dispel. If there's nothing to dispel, have fun, FNG.
True. You can dispel the Flame Break after it's used, I guess, the damage over time, but it's not really valuable.
And up at top, TA, having some sticky bombs thrown at her. So Sayo should notice, Bounty Hunter techies, little toxic lane they've got going for themselves. Happy can have his work cut out for him to try and safeguard the Kami Templar.
Yeah, this lane should become easier when TA starts getting a few levels here in Refraction, but in the very start of the lane, Pugna is the one kind of carrying here, and he's going for the Blood Grenades.
And trying to kill off Sayush. Oh, the salve at the tower. Not enough. And a kill in the other side lane as well. Cloud brought down FNG.
FNG getting a little bit too close there, but big play by Happy on his Pugna as well. Getting that kill sets up TA to have a very nice start here.
Yeah, we love blood grenades. He's got another one there, and Happy. Plenty of regen to heal himself back up, get a little pull off. Yeah, half pull the range creep and the flag bearer. Looks like FNG returning down to this bottom lane, but all his camps are blocked up, can't pull, can't do anything, and this is the worst situation to be in as an Oracle right now. You're not level 3 yet, so you don't have the magic burst to play aggressively into this Rubik Bat, who already have a kill and XP advantage, and you can't pull.
Yeah, he's left kind of just trading hits against the Rubik, but Rubik has way more damage. It's 60 damage versus 46, so yeah, you're doing what you can in Oracle, trying to keep your monkey safe, but the lane is so far up now, and that makes Batrider very happy. Gives him a lot of space to run down the monkey if he wants to.
And finally, that mid lane, 19-3 on the Puck, 14-1 on the Storm. Squadix in this counter matchup doing very well for himself.
Yeah. And having a nice start on that matchup is pretty good, because laning stage Puck isn't really a hard counter to Storm, but later on he's very good. So if you can already squeeze out a good impact in lane, then you're more likely to be able to counter out the Storm's impact in mid-game.
And it often feels like, you know, hitting level 6 first as this Puck allows you so many more options than the Storm.
Yeah.
Like we see Warwick just go farm some jungle, maybe stack some camps, whereas Squadix will be looking to hunt and kill with that first coil. Not necessarily straight up when he gets it, but maybe 7, 8 minutes in. Look for these active runes. Maybe he gets lucky. Make some plays with it. Oh, Monkey and Puck.
I mean, I'm looking towards the Bounty Hunter now as well. He's building this Vanguard rush, but I think TA is still pretty happy here because the Vanguard, it's not super early, and when she gets up a few points for fraction, she can still damage a Vanguard carrier.
Yeah, Sideblade splashes hurt as well.
Exactly.
Bottom lane, Kiritich taking a beating from Cloud and Lil. Oh, it's close, and Lil trying to dive, but doesn't have the finishing touches. Now he's under tower with level 2 Purifying Flames. Potential here from FNG. Doesn't want to go past the creep wave, though. Scary stuff there, as Bat is also healing back up.
Monkey King. Okay, gotta heal up with his Q. Some danger there of Fade Bolt as he walks up for that one.
A little bit spooky, yeah. But again, it's going to be a situation where Lane's going to get dragged back. Cloud going to be farming much closer to his tier 1. A pull from Lil at the same time, giving them that longer lane to chase with the Telekinesis and the Firefly. Kiritich trying to contest at the same time. Yeah, things quite calm and straightforward for Hydra so far. 2 kills, laning phase going decently. Nobody really losing out drastically like they had in Game 1, where the Beastmaster was suffering in net worth. Everyone getting their due.
This game is looking a lot more even start, and everyone, like you said, getting what they're expecting to get in lane. And now at 5 minutes in, wouldn't be surprising to see a support start playing a little bit towards stacking. Maybe Cloud on his Bat Riders will start playing for cutting creep waves and get more value, because I think he could really just get a farm advantage here using Firefly.
We are starting to get to that point, though. 5.5 minutes in, finally Sayush goes and grabs one of the bounty runes. I was kind of hoping for the double bounties to be stacked up. FNG does the same job down bottom. 6 minutes in, we're going to have new bounty runes, then wisdom runes in a minute after that. Sayush, yeah, he goes and grabs the bounty rune, trying to scout out what's happening in the jungle. Both Happy and Warwick are there to kill him off and guard the stacks. Not just the fact that they're there, but the information. Maybe Techies could have allowed his other allies to come in and steal them.
I mean, he's just invading a little bit. At least he didn't let the Storm get a bottle refill from that. And when he dies, he's going to TP back mid. They have haste on Puck. They have coil available. I think they want the Storm kill.
Yeah, FNG and Sayush back into action in the mid lane. Deeper ward there, trying to scout things out. And the coil to start things off. Squadix has the backup with a blast off. Well placed by Sayush into the middle of 2 of them. But Warwick, tanky enough to turn and fight into FNG. Spends all his mana. Sayush and FNG dead. Squadix can't even get a single kill. Lil finally dies. And Warwick selling back up, so ends up staying alive.
Yeah, that was really good reactions there by HYDRA. Managing to punish and also keeping Warwick alive and staying mid and farming. Well, Puck had that haste rune, but he didn't really get too much value from it.
And there are the wisdom runes. Noticed, gets one. And the TP down bottom from Lil gets the other. But yeah, while that's all happening, all the chaos in the mid lane, Cloud, he got a courier snipe, he cut waves, he pressured in, he's got a stack to clear here. This Bat Rider getting very farmed.
This is what I want to see from him. Start trying to accelerate and get more farm than your opponents. Trying to punish him.
Dodging the Primal Spring. Boundless Strike is there, and a couple of stacks from Kiritich, but doesn't get the Jingo going, and FNG has overstepped. Heals himself back up, though. Lil couldn't take him down. But it's not comfortable for VP, this laning stage. Everything's a fight. You're going for last hits, you got to fight the Bat. You're going for kills in the mid lane, you're fighting the TPs of the Hydra supports. Much faster play from Hydra this time around.
Yeah, HYDRA are doing a much better job in the lane overall, and the stacks that they have prepared on mid as well. There was a ward placed now by VP, so they want to play around it. They have the techies and the Puck ready.
Squad X. Scary stuff playing into that Nether ward. It's level 3 from Happy.
Yeah, super early level 3 Nether ward. Took so much damage.
Oh, carefully. Squadix. Illusory Jawn over to the left, but in comes Warwick. The coil is dropped with the blast off in. They've saved the Puck. Squadix survives. Oh, on the edge of his seat, though. Thank you, techies.
That was really, really
Look
close.
At Lil.
But...
Look at Lil. Hello.
Oh,
hello.
Sneaky.
Oh, he gets him. And Squadix is like, they've got a ward there. They saw me. What's going on? No, Lil is just right place, right time.
Yeah, he just had the correct read on what's going on.
And
they're trapping Bounty.
Radiant's middle tower is
Have
under
a sentry?
attack.
Not gonna get it.
He's out of there.
Bottom tower is under attack.
That's far enough away.
Mid now, Pugna. Level 3 on the ward, but level 2 on this blast as well, doing quite a bit of work. It's very cheap, only 100 mana, and he's throwing a lot of them.
Yeah, he is. I mean, there's a pretty big difference between the levels of the supports. Looking at level 4. Oh, Puck. Gonna get dragged back into this blast. They're annoying Squadix, not really looking for the kill there. Yeah, level 4 techies. Okay, FNG has just hit level 5, but you're basically level 6 on both dire supports at this point.
Yeah, they're leaving a little bit of space as well for Pugna now to finish up his level 6. So, getting some space. What I want to see from the side of VP right now is activation on the Bounty Hunter. Look at this. They're playing Bounty and Monkey King together.
And Warwick
Stolen track.
killed off top lane. Yeah, they press forward on the TA. Don't have the Wukongs requiring this blast off and Boundless Strike to try and chain stun, but good disengage from Lil with a telekinesis, buying time for Kami to get under tower. Get the refraction off and saves him.
If they stick around here, they could be in danger with the
Dire's
respawn
middle
from
tower
Storm.
is under
All of them
attack.
tracked up.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Squadix and FNG want to move up top. They're getting the Invis rune down bottom. And while this is happening again, Cloud, Vanguard, Arcane Boots, what is he, like 2/3 of the way to Octarine Core already?
Exactly. Very close to it now. Usually a good timing would be something like 12, 13 minutes, 14 minutes even.
Radiant's bottom tower is
What
under
we're kind of
attack.
used to seeing on Batrider.
Now, Kiritich has Radiance queued up, and over the past week or so, I've seen... Oh, hang on a second. Storm's in on the Bounty Hunter. Boundless Strike and the Primal Spring. Back in onto the Storm with the heal. The life drain. Oh, it was close, but not enough to keep him alive. And now the charge forward with the tracks going. Noticed. Kind of wanted to dive there.
Tower is under attack.
Doesn't have the follow through from the rest of his team.
He's tanky, but doesn't really have more lockdown to catch these fast supports. Getting out of position there on Storm, getting too close. Doesn't really have saving supports on his team, so if he gets in a position like that, he just goes down easily.
But yeah, this Monkey King, I've seen a number of different builds in different situations. Echo Sabers, Maelstroms, Battle Furies, all that good stuff. Radiance, I don't think I've seen too much of recently, unless you're specifically against illusion carries. What's the idea behind Raddy this game?
I mean, it's good for two things, this game. It's good against the Batrider when he's gonna have Blink later on, and it's great against TA. Get some evasion and mischance. Mid, you're gonna look for a catch, coil.
Yeah, another coil in that mid lane as HYDRA play aggressively onto tier 1 again. Squadix! Whoa, 10 HP from the Fade Bolt, but this time HYDRA are punished. Storm zips in for the tower kill, and FNG might be next on the menu. But a stun from Noticed, and FNG with his heals out of the wand and the Purifying Flames looks alright to stay in the lane.
Yeah, good play there by VP. Good reactions and barely staying alive on the puck there, getting out. He has his full Witchblade now. Wouldn't be surprising to see him start making a play for tower top. And getting that mid tower finally. HYDRA, I wonder if they're going to shift their attention now. I'm playing so much around mid.
Yeah, trying to start playing around Cloud, but loses the Octarine Core recipe when he's got both components in his inventory already. That hurts. 2 minutes without it.
Yeah, would have been that 12-minute timing. That's why I said it was a really good timing, but Bounty Hunter just being annoying.
Very irritating. Well, he's going to wander up this high ground. Look for Happy. Get some tracks going. I'm just being forced to play in this mid lane. VP keep bringing 2, 3, 4 heroes here. Constantly chipping.
A little bit surprised that VP are going there because they don't really have heroes to take the tower. They're just kind of forcing HYDRA to come back and react. But I think HYDRA, they're in a position where they can start making moves now. They have DV on Storm. They have this Batrider who's really, really strong. I would like to see them play around him.
Notice keeps tabs on everybody. All the dust. Well, thanks to the stolen illusory orb. Tanky bounty though, 1200 HP. 11 armor with the Vanguard to block out some damage. So unlikely he would have died there anyway. And it gives a chance now for VP to maybe make a move forward onto this Lil Rubik. Witchblade and an orb, the jump from the Storm, looking at FNG's Oracle. A lot of damage and the blast off comes a second too late. But with the proxy mines there, they'll blow up the Storm. Well worth the trade from FNG as Kami shows up, makes his appearance on this TA, slices Sayush down, so a 2-for-1 trade in the end.
That was a good move to join the fight. There was a lot of heroes involved, so finally getting some impact from the safe lane. And leaving top lane probably is the best play for TA right now and start activating. She has a lot of farm. She's the strongest hero on the map. Not too far from the Deso right now with Dragonlance already complete. 14-minute runes. Wisdom rune for FNG.
Very nice. And Wisdom rune on the right. Looks like Cloud's going to go grab it. Yeah, all these moves into mid, I think you're right. It's probably not like ideal for VP in terms of taking the tower. But if we look back at this Monkey King, it's given him a lot of room to get to Relic, close in on Radiance. It's all been a smoke and mirrors, a distraction to keep HYDRA away from the Monkey King for the past 2-3 minutes.
That's true. It's also a way for them to keep forcing the fight mid and not have to worry about engaging Monkey. Whereas if they take the fights top, they
might be forced to. The storm is in, silenced up, needs the life drain to heal him back. Monkey King with the Wukong's command, a bit of control and the damage from the Oracle. Blast the storm down while Kiritich getting his life drained, even inside his Wukong's command. Well, they've got the false promise there, and Kami getting turned on. Has no one to save him. The TA in trouble, blown up as the lasso comes now to drag back Squadix. FNG on the retreat. Oracle looks like he's going to be falling here to Cloud and Lil. But VP got what they came for. Killed the TA, killed the Storm, the trade in the end. Gives a double kill to the Batrider.
Batrider, nice cleanup there, but he arrived too late for that fight. He just leaves his team alone. That's why TA gets overrun and outnumbered there. If he was there just 10 seconds earlier on Batrider, the fight would have been fantastic for them. So still pretty even fights, even though they get some cleanup at the end. I think VP are happier with the way that fight was going, because now they have the Radiance complete on the Monkey King. He didn't die in that fight. Whereas TA gets brought down. And the Desolator still not complete.
Oh no. Oh, Storm. Oh, he might be okay here. Oh, attempted blast off. But Warwick's out of there with his mana pool.
5 seconds rune.
I see who gets it. Noticed, waiting at that bottom rune spot. Fortune's End thrown on him. Invis and runs forward to catch out the Rubik. Storm back in, but coiled up now, and with the sticky bombs thrown at him. Oh, the life drain again, topping him up. So Warwick should be able to outlast the coil and zip away. Notice Bounty Hunter, pesky as always though, very tanky and frontlining for his team. As FNG goes for a D-ward, but will pay with his life for it. Lassoed up. Storm needs to offer a little bit more damage here. Oh, is FNG going to be allowed to escape from this? Surely not.
He's alive for so
TA
long.
comes back in to clean up at long last, and maybe Notice has overstepped. Save Your Buddy Syndrome in full effect there. Trying to keep his captain alive, but dies in the end.
We see Fate's Edict and how well you can just run away. Fully magic immune, of course. The Storm and the Pugna don't really do too much to you there. But in the end, a very good fight for HYDRA. Managed to get a little bit of cleanup there as well, with TA coming in from behind. Gets 2 quick kills for the Deso charges, so damage scaling up. Right now, I think VP are stronger if they force a big 5v5 engagement because of the Radiance on Monkey. But HYDRA have a really good pick-off game.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, it felt like the kills they've had on this Storm Spirit have really halted HYDRA's ability to play the map. Like, not really getting into that bottom jungle, just being forced to fight around mid. And now, maybe being forced into the top left corner. Kiritich is on your tier 1. HYDRA trying to reposition themselves to maybe hold the staircases and the high grounds to give them a bit of terrain advantage.
Okay, they're going bottom with the smoke. I like the move. They're looking for TA. It's not going to really connect immediately here as she's farming all the way back on the Ancients, but maybe they will find her on the way to second Ancients.
Full migration. It's going all the way from top down to bot, now through mid. They're playing a Fallout game. An Elder Scrolls game. Just explore the map, find all the locations. You know, a +5 experience for finding the mine, the well, the mid-tier 1.
Oh, you're reminding me of the closed qualifiers that I was casting for the Western European.
Oh, yeah?
That was some explore the map, dude. I've never seen an invoker walk around so much. That was a walking simulator, that game.
Who's playing DayZ? Just walking through the forest. Silence. Got the Fate Edict and the Fortune's End. Bit of space there for Squadix. Got Warwick, hello. Long zip. Spends the majority of his mana. Doesn't get anything in return. Now he's pretty much out of the fight. Until the Pugna says, here you go.
Yep. out of the fight until Pugna spends 200 HP to give you full mana. Pretty good deal when you have Tranquil Boots and get your HP back anyway.
And Storm just wanted, you know, a casual drink, has a pint of beer, and everyone's got that one friend who's like, shots, 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 shots. That's the Pugna. Just brings out like a tray of 30 Jägermeisters or something. Go on, keep on.
Yep. Storm is gonna have a hangover tomorrow.
That mana hangover.
Scanning.
Oh, scanner's there. I know
Good
that
scan, good
something's
read.
going on. Noticed under a sentry ward now, but Squadex makes the first move straight on the Rubik. Blow him up with a blast off. Turn around from the Storm and TA though. Killing off Seosh Techies. Chase forward, but with the Wukongs and the Boundless, Storm Spirit a step too far forward, and Kami's got to get out of these statues. Can't play inside the Wukong's command. Good flame break, pushes Kiritich down and around. Will try the TP. There's no lasso, there's no stuns coming, in fact. So he's away scot-free. Puck and Techies for a Storm and a Rubik, but FNG is going to be the cherry on top. The bonus kill with that TA blast damage out of the Meld Strike. Kills him off.
That was a very good fight for them, and we can see the Batrider is so strong in these fights. He just ran down the Puck after the initiation came. So far, still no blink on Bat, but he has that BKB for sense of security, and he's gonna go for a travels into blink, and he's really scaling to become a nasty threat here. We also saw the value that he can bring with pushing Monkey King out of his ring, just using the flame break. But when he has blink and travels, he can also just blink onto the Monkey King, pull him out of the ulti, whether the Monkey King has his BKB or not. So I think this is a game that's scaling in a good way for HYDRA here. And VP, they have to get some good engagements going.
Yeah, I mean, now they're facing double blink plus the Storm. Great ways to just jump a target, take them out of the fight, get the numbers advantage for themselves. What we've seen is how much damage TA can do.
Yeah, against a hero like Oracle as well, who has like no armor, it's very easy for him to just burst him, even keeping full HP. Mid. Good catch for VP. This is what they needed. Work is not having a great game here. That's the one thing that's kind of falling for HYDRA. They have a great game on TA. Storm Batrider is the most farmed in the entire game, but Storm is kind of falling behind the Puck a little bit.
What do you think the reasoning is behind this?
He's just out of position.
Okay.
He's been getting too deep in situations when he thinks that he's safe, but really there's some great catch. Until he has BKB on Storm, he can be killed off so easily, and he's not even going BKB. Went for a Kaya Sanch, Falcon Blade, going for an Orchid next, so the coils are pretty much always going to kill him, I feel.
Yeah, cool, very good against this Storm. Is it also like a knock-on effect from your TA and Bat being greedy in the farm department? Storm feels desperate to get what he can elsewhere?
It could be. Oh, Oracle stepped on a trap.
Oh no.
Gonna get grabbed.
Oh, false promise required. We'll try and TP home. The Storm is there with a Vortex and another long zip. So FNG will not make his escape. And now potential for Roche here.
Tower is under
Yeah, this... I mean, look at the control they have for this Roche. They put double mines, or the double mines are going to be cleared, sorry, but the trap they have on the gate is going to give them the vision here as well.
Dire's middle tower is under
And TA very adept at roaching. Nothing.
That's something she does really well. Not really Ursa level, but she does provide some really good tanking as well when you take Roche.
And Pugna doing his job as well. Everybody full HP. Nothing VP could do there to stop it. Just keep on farming, get towards your next round of items. Looking like a BKB for Kiritich pretty soon. You've got your pipe on the Bounty Hunter as he heads to Halberd. Great answer
Tormentor.
to this TA. And Tormentor here going to give themselves a shard, which techies will gladly take.
That's a nice shard to get. Now you can give Taser to your allies. You also get the damage on the Taser, which is really, really nice. The 300 damage is so strong. Good tool to throw over. Even just putting down Monkey King, the speed you get from Taser allows him to run people down and catch them. So it can be a great shard to have.
Yeah, knowing TA's BKB is going to be a little delayed with this Deso Blink. Pick
You
up.
should also take Tormentor now on TA. See him setting up. You wait a little bit, and then now we should start attacking. Quick and easy.
Simple stuff for Kami. Rubik with the shard. Give them another little bit of save there. Get Warwick Storm out of trouble. If you get coiled now, probably pretty happy just to lift you out of coil, snap it, but reposition the Storm to save him, right?
Yeah, definitely. But we see him playing behind the Storm a little bit now, trying to keep him safe because he's the one who's been getting caught out a little bit, so just gotta do what you can to protect him. Speaking of protecting, the Bounty Hunter is completing a full Crimson Guard now, with the pipe up as well. He has become the aura man.
That should help.
And Kai Sanj for the puck. Yeah, everybody's tanking up. Try and last as long as you can in these team fights. And try and deal with this Batrider lasso. And a bit of status resistance. But as VP, you're still playing into Storm with Aegis. 4k lead now emerging for HYDRA. And keeping themselves out on the map. You know, pressuring bottom, farming these little pockets of neutral creeps. Staying out there with a Storm in the mid lane.
They've done a good job not bleeding too much to the puck. I mean, puck was having a great game and was really landing a lot of successful ganks, but now the game has kind of slowed down, and that fits HYDRA better. All their cores scale really well here, where I would say that the Aura Man of Bounty Hunter has a really good timing right now, but doesn't scale that hard into later stages.
Yeah, he wants these scraps. Get the tracks going.
Chasing FNG.
Another long zip from Warwick. Desperate to get involved in every kill he possibly can. Gets the final touch on him. There's a Lotus in the pool, but looks like they're not too bothered about that. They want towers. Tier 1 top going to be claimed up, and a nice ward there placed deep in front of the Tier 2 to see if anybody's coming.
I mean, the nice thing is that Storm can do these long zips because you always have Pugna to heal you up. They're going bottom now. Looking for a fight.
Very quick move onto the puck. Lasso into the vortex. Chain disabled, controlled up, and it looks like the Techie's going to be following him into the grave as well.
This is very clean right now from HYDRA. These rotations are good. Really quick, aggressive play. I like that Lil went for a phylactery on his Rubik, by the way. I mean, that does give him some quick way to deal damage. You can spell steal for damage. You can lift and do damage.
Steal track as well, right? He still track.
If he gets that, that's a very nice one.
Super value from phylactery. And TA plants herself an enemy ancients. Twin gate utilized here to get the rest of HYDRA up top. And playing towards tier 2s. Still a little scary. Yeah, playing into this Monkey King with Radiance, BKB, and level 3 Wukongs now. You've got to be choosing your terrain very carefully as HYDRA.
To see Work pinging himself like, mana, I need mana. Give me mana again. I need to jump again.
Petrol station. Any attendance? Oh, Lil gets a bit of vision on FNG. The Wukongs from Monkey King cancelled out as he's lassoed up. And in jumps Techies with Notice, trying to fight into Cloud. Only losing the Oracle for now. Warwick zips over the Wukongs, which has now been stolen by Lil. I was wondering what the lag spike was. It's the Rubik statues causing some problems. The terracotta armies of Lil and Kiritich not going to fight each other. It's going to be Storm jumping the puck. Glimmer caped up. The Melt Strike going to be jaunted and dodged away. VP retreating as Noticed, getting sliced by these Sideblade attacks. And just a one-man coil. Only catching the Templar Assassin leaves Seosh in an awful spot. Techie's down, and HYDRA, you've been saying, very clean, decisive gameplay. Another teamfight victory and another objective grabbed up by them.
Yeah, I think they can just back up and keep farming the Ancients here, take this area. They have the TA shard as well to keep controlling, put the traps on every single high ground like he has been doing here, and it's going to be very hard for VP to get back on the field here. I mean, we talk about the impact of a Storm, how hard it can be to get on the map when you see the pickoff. Add that, a TA, and a Batrider as well. There's so much pickoff potential here on the side of HYDRA, and even though you have Oracle in your team, it can be hard for him to be everywhere to protect these core heroes.
Yeah, he's bought an Ether Lens, and now he's thinking, well, probably going to need a blink. I'm just going to buy a Shadow Amulet or something so I can hide. Try and get my spells off. But hey, 28 minutes in, VP have lost track of this. Wisdom Rune grabbed by Lil on the left. And Kami's going to find the one on the right.
Dire's bottom tower is under
It can be taken by Kami. Noticed not in time.
I mean, what is it? 1,000 XP is basically a level still at this point for the majority of these heroes.
It's so much. It's a ton of experience. And the fact that it's not just 1,000 for you, it's 1,000 for your teammates too, right?
Yeah.
Looking at the levels right now, it's a sad story. Level 15, the lowest level for HYDRA. Level 11 and level 12, level 13 on the side of VP. I mean, they're playing
City.
Bounty Hunter, but I'm so surprised they haven't been able to force more fights around Bounty Hunter's Crimson Pipe. They're gonna try now. They need to get value from Bounty Hunter and non-stop fighting.
Man, they jump the bat. Cloud does have a BKB to play with inside the Wukongs, lassos the Pug, and VP struggling to find the line they need. They'll kill off Lil on a good two-man coil, gonna snap on the TA. Cloud not really in fighting shape anymore. Decrypt runs away as Lil buys back to look to continue this fight. A zip in from the Storm, sees the Bounty Hunter, drags him back. He's healed back up with his magic stick. Crimson and Pipe already used. But he's fine, yeah, with the taser and the Oracle heals. Bit of distance for him.
Yeah, you see Storm and TA try to finish him off there, but they keep getting disarmed every single attack they do.
Oh, FNG. No, you can't frontline as an Oracle. That's not where you want to be. Cloud taking a lot of damage from the Monkey and the Puck, though. But a tanky Batrider Ogre Seal Totem flops away while the Storm was stabbing into the backlines, forcing Oracle to buy back. VP just can't catch a break in these fights. There's so many ways to disengage, re-engage, heal back up for HYDRA.
Yeah, I mean, HYDRA are very quick to get energy again. Of course, Storm is again full mana from this Pugna. Pugna, though, kind of low resources. I think right now they want to reset a little bit. There's a Dederun Storm for Storm top. They have vision on it. Surprised it's not just balling over there immediately.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Yeah, maybe waiting to see who comes.
Stupendous.
VP get a little bit of traction on the map, like guarding that bottom jungle, making sure the swift push down the bottom lane wasn't super successful from HYDRA. And another long Roche respawn. And that's the trend of this series so far. 2.5+ minute Roche spawns.
He's taking his time. He's, you know, relaxing a little bit. Roche is taking a vacation. He deserves it, man.
Yeah, I mean, Dota 2, it's a welfare state, right? You get the universal benefits. You get your holiday days.
Definitely, definitely.
He's got his 2.5 weeks guaranteed holiday, personal time off.
Storm has a real, Storm Roshan has a real slave job, you know, just dying over and over, literally dying on the job.
Yeah, he's not happy about that. It's not an easy life. All he wants to do is chill in his cave.
Radiant's
VP.
bottom tower is under attack.
They're trying to get whatever farm they can right now, but they know bottom is going to be very difficult to defend. They're going to give it up. TA will quickly take the tower here with the catapult's help. She has the full Daedalus and sending out a Hurricane Pike soon.
I struggle in these kind of games to kind of figure out the momentum and what's going to tip the scales. I'm looking at VP and thinking, hey, high ground defense looks real good for them, and they've got tracks to kind of come back and get a bunch of gold. And maybe swing things a little bit in their favor. But how easy is it for HYDRA to, like, fight?
Yeah. What they're missing on VP is halberds, to be honest. Like, Monkey King could even go halberd, but halberd on Bounty Hunter will be good. Playing into both the Storm and TA, that's two ranged heroes as carries, and ranged heroes suffer really bad from halberd. So that could be a good way. They have, of course, a little bit of disarm from the techies, but at least that disarm requires you to get hit first, right? So, yeah, I think HYDRA they have too much damage coming out from these two heroes right now. Storm and TA are dominating the fights.
They're just camping Roche. 35 seconds to go. They've got traps, remnants, observer wards, everything they need. Seyosh was trying to set up top with proxy mines around the twin gate. Try and see what comes his way. But Roshan about to spawn here for HYDRA in that bottom right-hand corner.
That's the
Patience. They're just sitting there waiting. In meld already.
Clapping the side blades. We'll be clapping Roshan in a sec. Again, a situation though where the team not looking to Roche is getting a bit of room to breathe on the map. Farming out that top left corner, pushing out the mid lane.
Yeah, they're getting what they can. Roche finally does spawn. After long waits, HYDRA will be taking it, and there's no sign of contesting here. Everyone is just farming. Even FNG is farming jungle with his Oracle here. And try and get some item progression. I think, yeah, VP have pretty much missed their power spike, though, in a way. Going for these aura items on Bounty Hunter, you really wanted to take many fights with them early, because that's when Pipe is extra strong. As the game progresses here, feels like HYDRA are getting a stronger lead.
Yeah, it just becomes easier and easier for them to pick their targets. And like we said at the end of the draft, a lot of VP want to play from fog. They need these smoke ganks to pay off. Initiation really is key with this Puck and Techies to find who they need with the disables.
Yeah, you gotta take the Tormentor now. On VP at least. That's one thing you can do when you're kind of stuck in base anyway. The Tormentor is nice and closely placed to your base.
What do we get now? Aghanim Shard on the bounty so we can give Invis to the Monkey King. Maybe a save, additional stun could help.
Invising the Puck even is kind of nice, so you can just walk in and, you know, find that blink initiation. Wouldn't be surprised to see a smoke rotation here coming out from HYDRA soon, as they have the Aegis, all of them together.
And just one outer tower standing.
There it is.
Smoke up behind the TA. And this is the thing, you can kind of let Kami be that frontliner now. With that Aegis, feels pretty comfortable to lose that first life, swap in the BKB, fight 2-3 rounds in the ring with the Monkey King.
Yeah, they don't really have a hero who can go on her. Their initiation is not strong against the TA. Monkey working on a nullifier next, it seems.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, they need some perfect confluence of events here, VP. Like 3-man coil inside Wukong's with like 3 cores caught up in it.
Yeah, I don't know. They need HYDRA to get impatient, but look at HYDRA. They're staying very controlled here. They realize, okay, we get the tower, play for the Wisdom Rune that spawn now, pick the enemy Ancients, and VP just left waiting right now. They will try and secure their own Wisdom Rune with Puck.
Squad X. A little scary.
Radiant's middle tower is
The rune is
Didn't
still
jump.
there. He didn't jump, no. And TA Traps has the shard. So the silence is available. Puck gonna jaunt back to base though.
Snooze, you lose. That's TA's Wisdom Rune now. 23, almost 24.
Yeah.
At level 25 is a huge power spike.
7 refraction instances is so huge. And you've already got limited damage over time from VP.
under attack.
And they're gonna have to come back and defend their base now. Notice does grab that right hand Wisdom Rune. Monkey King returning to his base. Look to mount a defense as they 5-man smoke. Your tier 3 has already been defeated by this Kami TA and a catapult behind her.
Radiant structures are
There's just
fortified.
nobody home. They're going around now, finally smoking around, looking for a big Wukong's command, possibly.
Now, where's the Pugner?
Radiant's
They
top
see the
tower
life drain from the left side. Happy in a good position here. Forcing VP to go even further. Wrapping all the way to the
around,
west.
but it's taking so long time. Racks are already falling.
And range barracks dead. Melee being worked on. They see the Pugner. Squadix jumps in with a silence. Bound to strike on the Rubik. Wukong's is out, but Lil will force staff away. Still gonna fall here as Notice makes his play in towards the Rubik. Kills him off inside that green Wukong's. Kami stands strong though. The TA holding back the remaining 4 heroes of VP. While HYDRA heal the storm back up with Happy. Let's fall back a little bit. Recuperate and gather the farm that's been moving towards your bottom lane.
And we saw a disassemble play by Kiratik in that fight. He dropped his Wukong's command and then disassembled quickly to get the Nullifier instead of the Radiant afterwards. So at least he has Nullifier available for the Cryptify spam. Also against the general survivability of Rubik stealing things as well. If he steals Taser.
It's just been a very, very steady game from HYDRA. Been really nice to see. I mean, this has been one of those teams that absolutely can take games off the big dogs in the region. Showing VP here how decisive and deliberate they can be. Not really making too many mistakes.
Watching this series though makes me feel, both these teams are teams that we want to see how many games they can take against the higher ups in the division here. And right now I just feel like 9 Panda would have a field day if either of them play at the level they do now. It is good for HYDRA that they're showing up strong here and looking like they're probably about to take game 2 here against VP. But I expected VP to come in a little bit stronger into this series.
Yeah, it feels like VP very, very risk averse. They just want to try and get the items to make their core players feel comfortable. And that means their supports are suffering heavily.
Yeah, maybe it's a bit impact of having Puck with an Oracle in the team. Usually Puck It's a good ganking hero for coiling, but you need a lot of stuff to follow up into the coil. And Oracle a bit defensive.
Yeah, you want your Clockworks and Earth Spirits. Add in another layer. Bounty Hunter, 3 ground saved up. Albert's still queued, but I guess holding buyback. Important here for VP if Hydra still want to try and push that base. And plenty of time till next Roche as well.
He's gonna buy out for the Halberd though, buys the evasion now. Doesn't quite have it in time. If Hydra go for a push now, it could be a good timing.
Blessings.
And they've got that 1 die award placed near the Watcher, giving a little bit of vision over that camp where Monkey King and Techies were lurking around. There is a high ground ward here also for VP though. They're trying to set themselves up as TA is going to show with the Storm.
Side blade,
big.
giving away the location.
Splashes onto Noticed. And now the Batrider starts poking at them. It's one of those moments, right? You see the Storm and TA next to each other. You're thinking, oh, this is juicy. But you don't know where the Pugner is. You don't know where the Rubik is. They've got lifts and life drains.
Yeah, the Decrepify, like the Decrepify and the Lift, the 2 different saves that they have on the side of Dire, almost as effective as False Promise, honestly.
Yeah. Tracking up the TA, but she makes short work of that tier 3.
Bottom tower has
Yeah.
fallen.
She also had Meld Dispel to get rid of it, so you can't really disarm her with the W from Fate's Edict or track her for too long.
It feels very comfortable. Just pushing barracks.
Radiant's bottom barracks has
What's
fallen.
the
this
move,
is a
VP? Something's got to change.
Methodical push.
Something drastic has to happen here. He's just getting chipped away at death by 1,000 cuts as Hydra. And then move in. Again, very systematic. Take buildings, smoke up. With that's just the Batrider with his ninja gear. I thought that was a couple of heroes, but it's actually just Rubik who stole Shadow Walk that confused me. They might actually see Seush. Techies immediately lassoed. And Kami's there with a physical burst to bring the Techies down. Pops the Greaves, heals up a little bit. But in the end, he needs a crispy end inside that Firefly.
VP are just not really swinging for any moves. They're kind of sitting back, waiting and letting the game unfold around them. And Hydra are just fully control. I think so much it comes back to the Storm and Batrider, the fear factor. Look now, TA just snipes top racks. Nobody really home to defend that. And why not go mid?
Yeah, just go for more. Yeah, another awkward situation where super creeps in the side lanes means you're spreading your efforts, and Batrider makes the jump unnoticed. Dead with buyback. And TA straight back up to your buildings. Noticed will spend his buyback. Monkey King gonna have to TP home.
He buys back, but I don't see them solving the puzzle. The same puzzle is still here that was here for the bottom push. How do you solve just TA hitting your base? What do you do?
Yeah, I don't know if there's an answer for that. They'll try blast off, but Kami quick with the BKB. And in the back, the Puck Vortex up. Chain control gets off the phase shift and might be able to jump away. Squadix, the false promise is on him and a ton of heals coming in, but Puck is surrounded. 5 heroes lassoed up, killed off as the TA goes a diving in towards the Monkey King, who's forced to cross command by his final barracks. Kiritich spending BKB as well, but Hydra coming out of this unscathed almost. Everybody's full health. They didn't lose anybody. A double buyback from VP. Of course, Bounty spent his earlier, just allowing Storm to zip in deeper. Tier 4s are no safe haven for Virtus.pro, as they'll lose absolutely everybody. And Hydra, the Storm Spirit, barely surviving. They don't lose a single soul and force out the good game from Noticed.
Wow. There we see what Hydra could do when they didn't fall super far behind in laning stage against VP here in game 2. In the first game, they were dominating in laning stage, still held on pretty well. And here, they were just flying through this game, cruising. They didn't die a single time on their Batrider, who had a great game. They only had 1 death on the TA, and while yes, Warwick did get caught out a few times, as I said earlier on, he went pretty deep and got punished by the coil. That was really the only times that we saw the coil plays. We didn't see much like Puck ganking up with the coil coming in and the combo coming out from his team. They just didn't make too many moves, I feel, on VP. They got a little bit complacent, perhaps, sitting back and hoping that late game is going to favor them. But no matter how farmed your Monkey King is, he can't really stand against all this alone.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the way the draft unfolded, the way the laning phase went, the only playmaker alongside the Puck to actually go and make stuff happen was the Techies, who was level 4 9 minutes in. It really was a struggle for him to get any levels. FNG, same kind of story. So you just had the puck kind of like, I want to make plays, but I don't have anybody to hold my hand and go and do it. Yeah, it was a tough one. Again, it's just like laning stage went well. Laning stage broke down, and HYDRA, very, very well done to take control of that entire map and take Roshans over and over again.
Yeah,
very good
they
stuff.
found themselves those Roche. I mean, they had a great laning stage for TA. She got farmed up, and then they played well around it. They had the vision from the traps, which allowed both the Batrider and Storm to get a lot of catches. Even TA herself jumping after, getting kills on Oracle here or there as he steps over a trap randomly on the lanes. Yeah, I think they played a very good game here, but Virtus.pro, I just don't really see them playing towards their strength in this game. I think they had a timing. I think they had items that they could have done stuff with, but they were just a little bit too slow to execute and come online with everyone at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, thinking back to that last pick, do you think the Oracle pick and the kind of putting Bounty Hunter and forcing him onto position 3, was that like too smart for their own good?
I think it works. I honestly think it's fine. I think the bigger issue is that they didn't play around their timings that well. Once they I hammered a bit during the cast, during the game there, but the Bounty Hunter had a really strong timing getting the Crimson Guard and Pipe. That's go time. Like, no Bounty Hunter ever wants to have a passive, chill game of not doing that much. You want to get those track values, and especially when you have Aura build, if you're running around doing nothing as Bounty Hunter with Aura build, you feel so useless where you know the Batrider is just free farming, getting really big, and he's threatening pickoffs. So if you don't go together, you might get picked off by Bat, and you're also not getting value yourself. I just wish that they would have made more moves and looked to find these openings.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out. Game 3 coming up. We'll see who the victor of the laning stage and thereby the victor of the game and the series is going to be. Game 3 coming right around the corner. See you in a bit.